Hey y'all, this is BMB Reptiles. And you know what's up? I got something new in the family. Got this little bearded dragon named a Monkey. Say hi to Monkey. And some of y'all might know Monkey D. Luffy. Hey, shout out Monkey D. Luffy. But so today's episode, we're gonna have Monkey as a co-host, and we're gonna be talking about fantasy football. Now, many of y'all, none of y'all know this, but I'm a big time dynasty football player, which means I play fantasy football year round. That is my shit. That is what I enjoy. That is everything for me. So let's talk about this free agency. Let me simmer down a little bit. Check out that Supreme Octopus. You know, it's only animal vibers and chillers on this page. Let's go pick you back up here, buddy. He's still young, so he's still getting the scrambles out. But perfect. Got my list up right here. First, let's talk about the big boy, Kirk Cousins. Man, what is he? 35. 35. Let's see this contract. 4 years, $180 million. 35 years old. Hey, I know. Aaron Rodgers. But not everyone's Aaron Rodgers. Ain't everyone, you know, Peyton Manning. Their bodies don't last that long. We've already seen so many older quarterbacks dip out. I'm a little bit shocked at that one. I don't know. I hope it works out. Cross my fingers for London, Pitts. As I said, I'm a big Dynasty fan myself. I got 10 Dynasty leagues, I think, and 2 redraft. I think two redraft, 8 Dynasty. So yes, I'm a big fan. Got some Pitt shares, got some London shares. Your boy's excited for this season. But that being said, he's 4 years, 180 million. That sounds like QB purgatory if Kirk Cousins gets hurt. Chris Jones, Josh Allen. We don't need to say anything about that. Chris Jones, that's some bullshit that he's going back there. Josh Allen, phenomenal deal. Franchise tag, 24 millions for a stud edge player. Big fan of Josh Allen. Both Josh Allens actually. Okay, let's get into the juicy one. Oh, you guys see Snead got resigned or traded today to the Titans. Now I'm a big fan of Snead. He was pretty good last year overall. I had him in a one IDP league, and he was a PPR monster. Well, not PPR monster, but IDP monster. Sorry, you can tell I'm mainly playing PPR here. Monkey's a little bit of a monkey. That's why he got that name, little DK. I'm telling you, baby booty dragons are fun to tame out, but man, can they be just a little bit of craziness. Especially when you don't got anyone here to help you get them off the back. Let's look with some T. Higgins. T. Higgins, that was one I wasn't too excited for. Can we get that man to a different team? I'm a T. Higgins believer. I love him to death. But come on now. He's just wasting screw away. I mean, Bengals, look at that. Tyler Boyd, Ross, they're known for ruining some receivers. Us, AJ Green. They were all good, but they would have been on other teams. We're talking about receiver ones, receiver twos, and boom, they not point scorers. AJ Green was an animal, but imagine him on a team that took care of him properly. Mike Evans going back to Tampa, baby. Let's go. I'm a fan of Baker Mayfield. I love that comeback dog story. And so I think Evans going back there, I think we have another chance to see them both make it to the playoffs. They were a phenomenal duo last year. Evans and Mayfield just they got that not money. Mayfield is going for cheap right now. You can get him for early second, late first, which for super flex if you're playing dynasty out there. I'm telling you, that's a steal. That running up, he has running upside, and I know it's not too much, but he'll run in for them TDs. I'm telling you, he'll run in for them TDs. Boy ain't afraid to get a little dirty. He played ball in Cleveland. Of course, he ain't afraid to get a little dirty. Wasn't a big fan of Michael Pittman. Saquon Barkley. Now that was an interesting one. I want to hear y'all's opinions on that. I actually really like his landing location. Um, I think we'll get fed the ball. I like the. I think the line's a major upgrade. I'm ready to see your boy feast. I had him a couple years ago, traded him away, and I ain't got no shares, but man, as I said, I like to see a dog, and I think your boy is a dog. Talking about dog, I got that rookie 101 this next one, so I'm going for your boy Marvin. Love to hear what people think about that. I know there's going to be a lot of Caleb supporters out there, but I'm going for your boy Marvin. I think Marvin is a complete animal. Just he's going to be like his Daddy 2.0. You know what I mean? But um just free agency coaches. I like to throw that out. Just talk about Seattle for a little bit. I mean, none of y'all know that I'm a Seahawks fan, but Pete Carroll, Pete Carroll did not think I'd see the end of that dynasty for a lot longer. Man, that was crazy to see, in my opinion. What's that monkey? He's like, what's he even talking about? The dumb red ass, red beard mofo. But no, I didn't see Pete Carroll going for much. I thought he'd be around much, much longer than he was. We've had a couple down seasons, and I think the game's just evolved. And I'm happy we cut him when we did, and I love the coach that we signed, Big Mike, aka he does not like Big Mike, so please, please, please keep calling him Big Mike. Uh, he's gotta get used to it. But Big Mike is a defensive young buck, and I'm excited to see what he's already made some moves. Who was it? Burks. I was a big fan of that linebacker spot. We needed to really fill it up. And he looked great last year. I can't remember his statistics, frankly. I was really bummed we didn't sign Frankie LaVou. That man is an animal. If you are playing IDP leagues right now, swoop that boy up. Send them trades over. That man is a feast. I'm telling you. I had Roquan Smith and him last year. And man, it was just sit and don't even think about swapping them boys out. They're just, if you're starting up this year, you never done an IDP league, Roquan. You're set. You're gonna be set if you take Roquan. That man is a beast. He's gonna go come back, just repeat, feast it. I don't know. Probably not too many of y'all play IDP, but if you do, it is the way to go. I know that too many of y'all probably don't even care about this. You probably You're probably just here for all the animal stuff, which is pretty cool. I appreciate all the support. So just listen to me, and maybe you'll find something interesting. Not well, it's just support, I guess. Appreciate all support. Let's continue to go on. I might have to make this a multi-piece series. You know, I will say Jordan Brooks getting him shipped out, cutting Adams. I was a little hurt to see him go, but Diggs. I like some of these postseason cuts we've been making. I already think that Big Mike's making the moves to set Seattle up. Crossing our fingers. I don't think we'll make. I'm hoping we make the playoffs. I mean, Super Bowl just a couple years out. That's all I ask. Just another Super Bowl. I know, all I ask. Let's talk about this running back market, though. The juicy content. Okay, come on now. Derrick Henry to the Baltimores. A run-heavy team that likes to do our BBC, but the lead back is Derrick Henry, the Derrick Henry, the one that didn't really show any age or wear or tear last season. The one that played with one of the worst O lines last season and still was feasting. That Derrick Henry was playing with Lamar Jackson, the Lamar Jackson, basically the role model running RB or QB since Michael Vick that you want people to turn into. Ooh, there's gonna be some nasty options off that. I'm already calling it. If you haven't got him now, you should have got him for a second when you could have. But that's, in my opinion, I'm not selling Henry for anything less than a first now. But it is what it is. Some people it might sell him for a second still. And if you can, that's a steal if you're competing. I'm telling you, that's a steal. Aaron Jones to the Vikings, and now that we were still talking RB, that was a juicy one over there. Not only did you just leave your team when you still look pretty good, but for division rivals, man, I really hope they sign someone like they draft someone right off the bat, like JJ there. I like, I like. I'm not a fan of Drake. I'm not a fan of Drake at all. But I like Daniels. I really do think Daniels went to Vikings would be a scary, scary fit. I think that if you're agreeing with me here, swoop in and get Addison for the down low cheap. Don't know got much to say there. Even Jefferson, his values dropped. He's now paired up with CD and Chase, and to me, Jefferson's way more value than them. But as long as he's where he's at right now, no QB, your value's dropping into CD and Chase territory for me. I'll send that trade any day, every day. Zamir White is going to be feasting. Okay, okay, okay. I know. It's just all running backs. I read somewhere that there was like 9 major running back changes in the NFL this free agency. Just completely, completely crazy, in my opinion. But man, Zamir White, another one buy on the low. I got for as 204 in Josh Downs in a 10-man league for Mike Williams. I like that. I like that deep ball. If he can stay healthy with all the signings the Jets have been doing, man's gonna feast. Zamir White. Zamir White's gonna be a RB1 this season, and he's gonna be. Let alone by the end of the season, he'll owe me that value completely back on both sides of Downs. And I'm not a big fan of Downs after he got hurt. He just wasn't the same. And then 306, which I like my late round picks. I'm a man that makes money off of my late round picks. My rebuild last year, I hit off on every single tight end, rebuilt my team back to what it's decently competitive, still bottom tier team, but 101 this year, taking Marvin Harris, 101 or 102 or 103 next year, Macmillan. There's a handful of Shadir Sanders. There's a handful of players I could easily be going for. Even then, with a late round next year, Buck or whatever the fuck you want to call his name from Ohio State, that man's gonna feast. It's gonna be a feast. Um, there's so much information. I think we're gonna have to turn this into a series. And so, if you enjoyed this, please, please like and come back. Um, I'm gonna try posting more often, but the goal. The goal is just to start posting. Well, you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'm gonna keep doing bubblegum videos, and I'll be back in the future.